Hey there guys, it's Unlikely Waffle here. Welcome to the very first episode of my tutorial series, Survival Life. This series is going to cover how to play Minecraft from the very start with a fresh game and new map. It's going to be a vanilla game, meaning that we'll be using no mods or cheats whatsoever. Everything you see me use, I will have collected and built myself. So let's get started now. As you see here, we have single player, multiplayer, and realms options. We'll click on single player to start. Here's my personal Minecraft game, which I started off with on, I believe, 1.2 or 1.3. To create a new game, click on Create New World. Up here, you can see a space to type in the name of your game. You can name it anything you want. I'll be naming this one Survival Life. Right under that is your game mode. We'll be using Survival. You have to collect all your resources, and you do have a health and hunger bar to worry about. But you do respawn when you die. On Hardcore, it's quite similar to Survival mode, except that you cannot change your difficulty ever once you start your game. And if you die even once, your world is deleted permanently and it sends you back to the title screen instead of respawning. Creative mode is a lot different from the other two. With this one, you get unlimited amounts of any block, object, or tool you could ever use in the entire game, as well as the ability to instantly destroy any blocks. You also get to fly everywhere instead of having to walk. In addition to that, you have no health or hunger bars, meaning you cannot die without using a kill command or falling into the void, which is the space below the very bottom level of the map. For now, you don't have to worry about the world options button, but feel free to explore it if you wish. Alright, so it appears that the game has put us in the middle of a plains biome, which is great for when you want to build your first home, because this is a nice flat area, and you don't have to dig out a whole lot to make a home. While the map is still loading, I'll explain what biomes are. Biomes are the different regions of Minecraft that vary in temperature, geographical features, and kinds of foliage, like what kind of plants you can find there, or trees. Some of the most common ones that you'll find are extreme hills, which are big snow-topped hills. Plains, just like this one, which are flat. They also provide horses and... oh look, a horse. I think I see that over there. As well as NPC villages. You will also find forests, like this one, which provide lots of wood, which are great for crafting. Swamps, beaches, and jungles. There are plenty of other biomes that you can read about on the wiki, which I'll put a link to in the description. Alright, so over here, yeah, we definitely have a birch forest. Birches are the white trunks with the black spots. Controls for this game are pretty basic. It's just W to move forward, left is A, back is S, and right is D. To look around, you just use your mouse, just like this. Left click is to break down or destroy, like break down a block. And right click is to place a block or use an item that is in your hand, such as food. Minecraft has a full day cycle. It lasts about 20 minutes in real time. In the morning, the sun rises in the east, goes all the way up to the center of the sky, sits there for a few seconds, and goes back down in the west. Alright, so our first goal is to survive the night. That's all we need to do for today. And to do that, we need plenty of lumber, so we're going to come over here to part of the forest and grab some wood. Oh look, plenty of sheep and pigs to start out with. That's excellent. The pigs provide pork, which is an excellent source of food once cooked. And sheep provide wool, as well as friendship and comfort, even though sometimes they look down on you. Hello sheep, how's it going? We also seem to have quite a few horses right in our area, so I think we will set up camp right in this general vicinity, for tonight at least. Breaking down a tree is much like breaking down any other block. You just hold a left click until the block is yours. And now we have a birchwood block. When breaking down trees, you can reach up to 4 blocks above your head. And if you can't reach that, then you just need to place a block on your feet, jump and right click to place it, which is what I do. And then left click to break down the block that you cannot get to. That applies to everything, including trees as well. Hey, pig. This is our inventory. You get to there by pressing E. Up here is our crafting area, which is a 2x2 square, and this is where we get our creation, whatever it may be. Over here is your avatar, which you can upload a custom skin to Minecraft.net under your profile tab. Here's our armor inventory for feet, legs, chest, and head. We'll get around to that in a future episode. Here is our 27 space personal inventory, and here is our 9 space hotbar, which corresponds to this bar down here. Right here is our hunger bar, which consists of 10 hearts or 20 health points. And here's our hunger bar, which is 20 hunger points or 10 meat shanks. This space right here is experience points. You get those by doing various things, and almost everything you do will give you experience points. It's just that however much you get is dependent on what you do. You control this hotbar down here by pressing the keys 1 through 9. So let's see, our first space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so let's grab some more wood while we're here. And that should be good for tonight. Oops. There we go. That seems to be a fair amount of wood. And now, because wood as it is pretty not useful, we have to come up here into our crafting inventory and create lumber. We do that by simply dropping a stack of blocks in here, and we get planks. To pull them down from this space right here, you can just left click and it'll grab you 1 stack of 4. And just keep doing that. Or you can alternate left and right clicks to bring down as many blocks as you want at a time. Another easier way, even, is to left click and hold shift at the same time. And that brings down the maximum amount of blocks you can possibly have from whatever you're crafting over here. And now to create some sticks. Sticks are created just by dropping a single block by right clicking in each box. Or an even easier way is to hold your left mouse button and it disperses the blocks evenly. We get 4 sticks for every 2 blocks, so that's a pretty good ratio. And because this is a bit of a small crafting area, we need to create a larger one, a 3x3 instead of a 2x2. We do that by just placing 4 single blocks, and that gives us a crafting table. We put that down into our inventory, and then right click to place it on the ground. Right click to use it, and here's our new crafting area. We are going to make a pickaxe by placing 2 sticks vertically like this, and then 3 planks across the top, and that gives us a wooden pickaxe. We also want to create a shovel for dirt, sand, and gravel. We do that by placing 2 sticks vertically like this, and just 1 plank right on top of that. We should also grab a sword, just in case we encounter any enemies tonight, which hopefully we should not, but likely we will. You do that by placing a single stick right here, and then 2 planks on top of that. And that gives us a wooden sword. And that should be all we need for tonight. Let's just take this crafting table with us, and we will keep going. The next step is to find a nice safe area. I like to do that by drilling into the side of a mountain, hopefully where there is stone. It appears to be all dirt here. Oh look, perfect. Stone, I like this. Let's just come right over here and make ourselves a nice little dugout cave. You take your pickaxe and it breaks down stone much easier. This works. Alright, so let's put our door right here in the middle. I'm just creating one that's just tall enough for us to fit through, which is 2 by 1. Single block wide and 2 high. We'll just dig through here as much as we can. You don't need too big of a space for tonight. Just enough to live. I wonder why we haven't seen any enemies just yet. That's weird. And now, because we don't want this window right here necessarily, I'm going to right-click to place this block here. And that works perfectly to fill in that hole. I also don't want anyone wandering in here while I'm working, so I'm going to fill up this so it's just a single hole. I might even break down this so that our windows up above where no one can walk in or see us unless we want them to. Yeah, that works. That gives us enough light at least. And over here you can see that we have coal blocks. Those obviously provide coal, which is really necessary for creating torches. To create torches, you can just do that in your personal inventory. You take 1 stick. I'm just placing the whole stack there. And 2 coal. For every stick and piece of coal that you use to make a torch, you actually get 4 torches back. So now we get 8 total. So we'll just create the maximum amount by holding shift and left clicking. And we will pick up that later. And then right click to place the torch. You can place it on any surface except the ceiling. And that gives us plenty of light and makes sure that the mobs, which are the enemies in the game, will not hurt us by spawning inside our home.
Mobs are actually all NPC creatures in the game. This includes hostile mobs and passive mobs. Passive mobs include wolves, ocelots, which are cats, pigs, sheep, cows, squid, bats, and chickens. Hostile mobs include slime, creepers, skeletons, and zombies, among many others. Spiders are actually a special mob in that they are hostile in low light, at night and in caves, but are actually neutral in higher light levels. Unless you hit them, in which case they become hostile and will attack you.
And down here on the inventory bar, you can see that the pickaxe has a degrading bar below it. That shows its durability. The more you use it, the more it degrades, and eventually it will break. Breaking through coal will actually degrade the pick faster than if you were breaking through stone, because it's a harder material. And this should be good enough for tonight. Let's use our shovel to break down dirt. You see how fast that went, as compared to how it was to begin with. Shovels will break down dirt, gravel, and sand very fast. Let's see, I want to create a small window right here. Let's do it the exact same way as up here, which is having it above us instead of in front of us. I want to put dirt in our inventory, so I'm going to switch out the sapling for the dirt. We just right click to place it like that. But we know the block above it is empty now. So we'll just break down this stone block and now we have a nice window. We can see what time of day it is even. Excellent. So now that we're here, let's place our crafting table. Right click to place it, obviously. And now we also want a furnace for cooking and smelting later on. We do that by right-clicking and dragging with cobblestone selected. We make a full square with an empty space in the middle. And that gives us a furnace. Furnace is good for smelting iron and cooking meats. Anything that you want cooked or smelted goes in this spot, and any fuel that you have will go in this spot. For instance, if you have an iron ore block, it goes up here, and whatever fuel you use, what you use depends on how long it lasts. For instance, sticks last very, very short time, whereas coal will last quite a long time. I'll show you that by creating some standard stone. When we break down stone, when stone is first up like this, it's pretty smooth looking. But when we break it down, it turns into cobblestone like this. So what if we want to create smooth stone like this again? We just cook it. Let's place one stone up here, and let's see what sticks do. This shows the amount of fuel you have remaining, and you can see that didn't even give us a full stone block. So instead I'll use a single coal. That'll last quite a long time. And that gives us a single smooth stone block, which is indistinguishable. However, now I need to break it down too. And now I have cobblestone again. The fuel will continue to burn through the current piece, but it won't use what's left down here. So be mindful of that. So we'll just place a couple stones in there, just so it's not being wasted. Let's put another torch over here. Make sure your space is not too dark. Alright, so that takes care of surviving our first night on Minecraft. Feel free to leave a like if you want to, and I will see you tomorrow with episode 2.